Are you addicted to the chaos? The chaos of inconsistency, the chaos of constantly seeking validation, waiting for someone's text message, from the chaos of not feeling secure in your relationships or even friendships? Are you used to not feeling loved and secure? For a long time, I didn't know that my nervous system was addicted to emotional chaos. I didn't know that I was the one that was attracting all of this into my life, whether I liked it or not. And oftentimes, we are the ones that are attracting the avoidant people, the avoidant and chaotic situations, not because we really want to, but because we are used to it. It is our familiar reality. We are not used to feeling peaceful and feeling calm. And today I want to share how I rewired my nervous system to feel calm and safe in all of my relationships and with a relationship with myself. Growing up, I equated the feelings of love with feeling uncertain, with not knowing what the next move was going to be, not knowing if I was going to get the attention, going to get the validation. When I was growing up, my father was not physically present, and my mom was emotionally distant for most of my younger years. And therefore, it was this constant energy of always seeking, always wanting attention, and then never really receiving it or getting breadcrumbs from it. And the feelings of abandonment, the feelings of uncertainty in our younger years dictate the fate of our future relationships. When people are inconsistent, when they pull away, and when we have to prove that we are enough, that feels familiar. What doesn't feel familiar is the feelings of calm and safety and consistency. Throughout every aspect of our lives, we manifest what is familiar to us, what we expect to happen. If we expect for others, even subconsciously, to pull away, that is what we will receive. Until we rewire that conditioning, that remains. There was a point where I felt so consistently anxious in all different types of relationships where I felt like someone was going to leave, that they didn't want to talk to me anymore. I was always on a constant state of alert, and I got tired of it. I couldn't take it anymore. It was too painful for me. And then I asked myself, what would it feel like to love without fear? Fear of being abandoned or hurt or not good enough. There came a point where I recognized and felt within my entire being that no matter what happened, if somebody left, someone didn't want to be with me anymore, I realized that we can only do what is in our control. We can't control what other people do or other people's feelings. And so when we release the control of others, allowing and practicing relaxing and feeling at peace. And this began the rewriting of my nervous system. And I began to use hypnosis to rewrite the old neural pathways within my subconscious and connect to the younger versions of me that needed to be heard and to feel safe. And when we rewrite the old triggers, especially subconsciously, we begin to attract new circumstances into our lives. And when we physically begin to practice not being in survival mode and being in a state of peace, we begin to feel used to feeling this way. And then in turn, we receive more of this energy. Throughout this process in hypnosis, but then also consciously, I ask my younger version of myself, whichever one shows up, what does she need? When we ask the younger versions of ourselves what we need, when we have that communication with them, that is when fulfillment is truly opened up for us. Because there's so many parts of us that are unfulfilled from childhood. And if we can fulfill that, we will also feel safer within our own bodies and our own nervous systems, and just happier and more content in general. And when we are happier and content, we attract happier and content people. People that are not chaotic, that aren't avoidant, that are consistent. And then there were certain action steps I would take. If I felt like a friend was pulling away from me, they didn't really want to be my friend anymore, or there was a unreciprocated energy in our friendship, I let go. I didn't double text or triple text them, and I began to give them space. I began to give all of the people in my life more space. Not saying I wouldn't reach out to people or I would ignore anybody, but when we begin to give the whole world space instead of holding on to every little thing, grasping at control, that is when we suffocate the world rather than allowing space, putting our shoulders down. We don't have to hold on so tightly to everything. And then with the subconscious work, with the action, we stop attracting the chaos and the unreciprocated energy into our lives. And if we do maybe attract it a little bit, we're able to notice it and release it because we know it's not meant for us anymore. And so the universe might try to test us, and it's just a matter of what we do with that test. A lot of my relationships shifted, but out of all of the relationships, the relationship with myself shifted the most. And I felt this energy of, no matter what happens, we'll be okay. From my younger self to my highest self, loving and holding each other's hands. My name is Antonia, and I help people release anxious attachment so they can feel calm and secure within themselves and others with the help of hypnotherapy. I will have everything linked in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.